A listener asks, what is the most enduring way of living in face of the present crisis of the world? Enduring way of living is that which can stand the present crisis of the world. Is it that life that doesn't contribute to the existing chaos of the world? To answer it, we have to consider man's present situation on earth. Taken human population as a whole is a tiny fraction, which is only 0.01 of all the life forms on earth. But this tiny fraction of creatures are doing the utmost damage to the Mother Earth. Consider these facts. By now, we have destroyed about 83% of the wild animals and half the species on Earth. We have consumed 30% of the known resources such as iron, petroleum, copper and others, leaving us scarcer resources for the future generation. We have polluted and caused great imbalance in nature's ecosystems. The more human population is, the more destruction. Green forests, grasslands are being steadily cleared away for industries and agricultural projects. The carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere is rapidly rising, resulting in major environmental issues such as global warming and climate change. The huge ice rocks in North Pole and South Pole, as well as in Himalaya mountains, have begun to melt away. The record-breaking heat waves in Australia and Europe are already the hard and fast evidences to show how much humans have changed the face of Earth. The sea level is steadily rising up. Chemical and pesticide pollution is another menace to the ecosystem. According to reports, more than 140,000 chemicals, including pesticides, plastics, etc., are being synthesized to soil and water. Each year, 10 million tons of toxic compounds are being dumped into the environment, leading to land degradation, soil salinization, and contamination of water resources. Plastic pollution is another great menace. It is also reported that about 500 million tons of heavy metals, toxic sludge, and hazardous solvents are released to global water supply. This has resulted in the problem of safe drinking water around the globe. The so-called modern society is maintained at the cost of all these irreversible and dreadful destruction to Earth. All these human activities endanger the sustainability of life on Earth. All the destructions done to the planet are coming back to us inevitably as a boomerang. Now ask yourself, how successful is the modern society run at the cost of all this destruction? A study of statistics around the world will show how globally human society is failing. Crime rates are rising high, along with drug abuse of youth, alcoholism, increase of useless people due to overpopulation, child abuse, rapes, corruptions. Where are we heading to? A well-prominent thinker says we are heading to a suicidal society, and the statistics prove it. On the top of all these disasters, an untamable pandemic is spreading all the corners of the earth, killing millions of people as if a curse of nature. Now, where are you in face of all these crises? What is your stand? Are you still asleep with all dreams and ambitions of climbing up to the top of the success? These crises really awaken us to accept the present reality. Can I live in such a way that I do not contribute to the destruction of the planet and her ecosystem? Let go of the group or international actions. What can I do myself to heal the planet, at least in the way I live my life? What is the most enduring solution? It is obviously returning to the natural and simple life. Do you understand? By it, I don't mean an empty or vacant life, but a life inwardly rich, magnificent, and wholesome. Let me explain it. Being simple means being natural and harmonious. Human beings cannot deviate from nature very far. This ever-increasing anxiety, stress, and psychological disorders in our society is a signal that shows we are exceeding the tolerance of the nature's limit. Let me repeat what I said earlier. The only solution is returning to the simple life. What are the steps towards being simple? It is a gradual human growth passing through 3 phases or stages. They are minimization, psychological renouncement, and spiritual purification. What is minimization? It means reducing your dependency on external things, the paraphernalia and ornamental things attached to your life. Find out whether they are really necessary. Get rid of them and see the relief that it follows. Living with less burden is so convenient that we all know it. That's obvious. The production of these unnecessary things are the causes of great destruction to earth. Simple living is the very antithesis of what the advertisements tells us to do. Coming to the next phase, namely psychological renouncement, is freeing yourself from dependencies on external stimulus. Excessive watching of TV, addiction to iPhones, overeating, and all the addictions to unnecessary stuff are such dependencies. They distract you from the natural rhythm of life. Consider a person sitting in a peaceful garden with all the charms of nature, but watching an entertainment show in his phone. What a deviation. Take for instance the ever-increasing stress and anxiety in our society. It is due to the competition for pursuing after money, power, position, fame, and pleasure. Save this wastage of energy and see the space it leaves for enjoying being yourself, the bliss of life, natural happiness, love, contentment, beauty of nature, peace, and silence in an evening, and the wonder of the sky at night. The bitter truth is that we escape from direct experiencing of the reality of life and nature through all these worldly dependencies. In the same way, you have to drop off the unnecessary social attachments and relationships as well. Get rid of distracting people. Speak less and save wastage of words. Keep a mental distance from people and see how life enriching it is. Discover your psychological and emotional dependencies on people, on work, on religion, and other possessions, and renounce them then and there to be your true self. Thereby, you save inner energy to enjoy peace of mind and enjoy nature's beauty. Simple living is a journey towards inner contentment, peace, and joy. Now, coming to the third phase of being simple is spiritual purification, which means cleansing of life energy and consciousness. In essence, we are energy fields. Each one of us is a flame of energy, but our energy field is constantly affected by others' energy fields. You too affect others in the same way. Have you realized that when a happy person leaves away from your immediate contact, you feel as if a part of his happiness is still remaining in you? That is how the energy field of others affect on us. Apart from the effects of the people, things you see also affect you. For instance, watching evening news in TV spoils your quality of being. The quality of life energy affects your mental moods, quality of thinking, and intelligence as well. When you are filled within loving kindness, pure joy, and peace, your positive energy raises high and it emanates through your aura. Others feel it. Keeping the positive energy high is necessary for quality living. We said our life energy is polluted constantly by external people. Now, is there a way to clean our life energy? Yes, there are many methods of cleaning our life energy polluted by the world. You can discover them a lot more. For instance, one simple method is bathing. Water washes away the negative energies contacted from others. But for it, while bathing, you have to suggest intentionally the negative effects of the aura to be washed away. Other methods are walking among trees or in forests, strolling on beaches, riversides, and in natural sites. The most effective method of self-purification are meditation, contemplation, being mindful, and receiving bliss from the cosmic energy. In fact, meditation is the unconditioning process of the mind that brings you closer or in contact with the pure essence of life, or in other words, to pure consciousness. As you proceed in the process of spiritual purification, you come upon a radical transformation, which is enlightenment or peak experience. It is transcendence from the realm of becoming to the realm of pure being, which makes you really a simple and innocent hero.